Well, we see the men and women frequently on the side of the roads or on our beaches. And this week's edition of Things You Should Know, Cleopatra Murphy takes a look at the Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority and its role in keeping the island clean.
Hurricane Isaias left debris strewn across the island after its departure, leaving work for staff at the Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority to do in its immediate aftermath. The entity is charged with keeping the country's parks, beaches, and roadways clean, but Executive Chairman Shannon Don Cartwright says even its operations have been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Adhering to the social guidelines does prevent some challenges, but one of the good things is that as we work in these large open spaces, it does give us the ability to, we have the advantage, I should say, of being able to spread out and still address the task at hand.
The authority has a staff complement of 250 who work across 7 zones on the island with 7 supervisors. John Moss is a supervisor for Zone 1 and explains what advance work entailed in relation to Hurricane Isaias.
Well, we made sure that in the areas that some of the trees that may become dangerous, something, make sure they also trimmed. The bins that were not fastened down, we moved and secured, and we just make sure that the litter was up, that it wouldn't be blown all over the place. Because as you can see, there's no litter basically blown. At least a few limbs that is down, and we're out here now to deal with that right now as we speak.
He says it was that advance work that limited the cleanup in the aftermath of the storm.
It was me and one person out because I was responsible for Bay Street, so I came around on Bay Street. We checked some of the bins that may have overturned, that was not pulled down, was secured. We dealt with them, and we have other zones, 5 other zones, checking the areas to make sure that all the bins and the litter are taken up in a timely manner. Then we move forward to the inner city where we might have smaller areas that may be contained afterwards with the small amount of staff that we have to deal with due to the pandemic.
Where work calls for larger equipment, the authority works with the Ministry of Public Works. Cartwright says the agency prides itself on being proactive.
Knowing that the impending storm was coming into our country, we made sure to set out our normal plans that we put together during the hurricane season, and it's just a matter of executing, and just very proud of the work that all of the team of supervisors and senior management continue to do, the job that they continue to do in meeting our responsibilities.
Cleopatra Murphy, SAT&S Network News.